Right. So again, money is a made up concept, right? So if you're a billionaire, why are you a billionaire? You're a billionaire because you're an agent of different transnational networks, right? Because the source of their wealth is their power, right? And the sources of power are these transnational networks that support them, right? So the question is, where did Jeffrey Epstein get his money? Why is Jeffrey Epstein a billionaire? And like, honestly, no one knows. If you just look in his background, okay, well, I mean, he was making a lot of money as an arms trafficker, and he made a lot of money when Robert Maxwell died, and it seemed as though he inherited a lot of money from Robert Maxwell. And like, that's not how money works. You don't inherit the money; you inherit the transnational network. And so the question then is, okay, let's just speculate, okay? And I don't know for sure, but what is a potential source of Jeffrey Epstein's wealth? And if I were to guess, I would guess maybe the Shabbat Lubavitch movement. Okay? Shabbat Lubavitch. Who are these guys? Well, these guys are religious Jews who came from Eastern Europe, Belarus, Ukraine, that area. They immigrated to America in the beginning of the 20th century, and they own all the real estate in Brooklyn. They own all the real estate in Brooklyn. Why? Because they pool their resources. And they believe they have a messianic calling to save humanity. So they take their wealth and they store it in real estate. Imagine how much wealth they've generated this past century, right? They started buying real estate at the beginning of the 20th century in Brooklyn. And now they own all of it, basically. Now, I don't know if it's all of it, but it's most of it. And then they can use this real estate wealth to do what? Well, they can promote their agenda in Washington, D.C. They can find agents like Jeffrey Epstein to promote their agenda. Okay? So that's what billionaires are. Billionaires are agents, representatives of different transnational networks. Another point I will make is this. We know for a fact that Leslie Wexner gave power of attorney to Jeffrey Epstein. Right? So the idea is, once you have power of attorney, you can do anything you want with this guy. You can actually put this guy in an institution if you want, but you have control over all his finances. And you're like, who does that? Like you're a billionaire and you're still sane, you don't have any issues, but you sign over power of attorney to this guy, Jeffrey Epstein. And it doesn't make any sense unless you think that they're actually just agents of a transnational network, and it doesn't matter who the agent is.